Hello guys, how are you? So today in this lecture we will see the force in a current carrying wire if it is kept in a uniform magnetic field. It means if I keep a wire in some field like magnetic field, then how much force will be experienced by the wire? If it is the length of the wire is L. Let's say there is so we are going to see what? So the force on current carrying wire of length L if it is kept in a magnetic field, and that field should be uniform. What is uniform? Means the intensity of that particular magnetic field should be constant at every point. So let's say we have a random some field here. This is field right here. This is B. B is what? This is the magnitude. What is the unit of this one? That is Tesla. We know that already. That is Tesla, right? Let us say I have a wire. Let's say here a wire is there. Okay. Yes. This is the wire. The area of the wire is A. Okay. The length of that particular wire is how much, guys? This is L. Okay. And the current in this circuit will be in this direction, I. So current is in this direction, I. And that length is making an angle theta with the B. This is I, this is B, this is theta. So it is making an angle theta with the magnetic field. So current is making an angle theta with the magnetic field. Yes. So what is the area? Area of the wire is A. Length is L. Right. Now, see. Can you tell me what is going on in this current? Actually, the electrons are flowing in this particular wire. Then only current is generated here. We know that if there is a current in this direction in a wire, so obviously this current is in this direction. So obviously the charge is flowing in this direction. That is minus Q charge, right? Minus Q means these are the electrons. Actually, electrons are moving in this direction, and the positrons are moving in this direction. Positives are moving in this direction. Yes. Okay. So let us say a small dl here. Dl length. Let's take a length dl. In that particular dl, let's find out how the charge is there and how much force will be there on the charge. We know that if we keep a moving charge in a magnetic field, then only there will be a force generated here. So obviously there should be a charge which is moving in the current, moving in the wire. So let's say in this dl length, a particular positron is here. A positron is here. So in the field direction is this. This is the theta, right? And this positron is moving in this direction with some velocity v, right? And that particular velocity will be drift velocity. Why it is that? We know that when there is a current carrying wire like this, so obviously electrons are moving in this direction with which velocity? That is drift velocity, right? So the magnetic field is here. Okay. We know that the force generated on a charge which is moving with some velocity, that will be Q V cross B, right? Okay. So what is the charge, guys? Here charge is positron, that is E plus. Okay. And what is the velocity, guys? Vd. Okay. What is the B? Magnetic field, that is B. And if you open the cross product, you will get Vd B sine theta. Yes, this is the force on one positron. Okay, this is the force on one positron, right? But I think in this wire, it is not sure that there will be only one positron will be there. Obviously, there are the number of the positrons here. So how we will find the number of the positron? See, whenever we take a wire, the n number of the electrons are flowing per unit volume. Okay, the n number of the electron will be flowing per unit volume. It means positron will be moving in this direction. Yes, sir. So positrons, let's say electron are moving here, so positron will be moving in this direction. So n is what? N is the number of positrons per unit volume. Per unit volume. Okay. If I want to ask you that, tell me the total number of the electron in this particular dl. So number of the positron will be how much? It will be number of the electron per unit volume into volume. How we get this? Why? Because it is the number of positron per unit volume. Okay. If you multiply with the volume will be cancelled and you will get the n total number of the positrons. Okay. So right here, then the force. So then the force will be on this particular dl element. So force will be how much, guys? That will be small force, chotu dl. That will be the number of the positrons into one charge on one positron into V B sine theta, right? Yes. Now, what will be this n? I think this n will be n into A into L. Into E positive V, this is VD B sine theta. And we know very well, if there is a current in a wire like this. Okay, that I will be is equal to V D E N A. Okay, so if you see, we can arrange this equation in this term like V D and E and N and A. Okay, and we can write L B sine theta, right? Okay, so df is equal to how much? It is I L B sine dl. We will take dl only. Okay, yes. So it will be dl. In place of L, we will take dl. So N A N E V D into dl So it is NeVd sine theta. What is the number of the positrons here? Number of the positron will be is equal to n into volume. What is the volume, guys? This is the volume, or volume will be A into dl, right? The volume will be A into dl. Okay. E Vd B sine theta. If you want to arrange this, we can arrange it like this. We can arrange. How we can arrange this? So V D E N A and dl into B sine theta, right? If you see, this is the current. So Tf is equal to I dl B sine theta. Okay. If you find out the total force, so total force is integration I dl B sine theta. If you see carefully, this theta is constant here because it is making So P is making the angle theta here with the I current. So let's say it is constant, this is constant, this is also constant. So I B sin theta will come out here and it will be dl. What is the integration of dl, guys? The integration of dl is L, and the limits are here. The limit, the length of the wire here is L equal to 0, and length of the wire here is L equal to capital L. So limits are from 0 to L. If you integrate it, you will get L. So it will be I B L sin theta. Okay, or we can write also like that. I F equal to I L cross B. Now you should ask one question here, sir, why we cannot write B sin theta, B cross L instead of L cross B? Why can't we write B cross L? So I'll give you answer after this. You take this down fast. First you take this, then we'll move further. Okay. Then let's see how the direction will be. See, if I take the charge, plus Q charge here, plus Q charge is moving in this direction. Yes, and where is the B? B is here, theta. Okay, this is the velocity. So where will the force? We know that Q V P. Okay, P cross P. So force direction will be where? Keep your palm on the velocity. Okay, on the velocity, and curl your finger in the direction of the field. So the force will be here. Force will be inward. So force will be inward. This will be the force direction. So here we got F equal to I L cross B. See guys, if the charge is moving in this direction, positive charge is moving in this direction, so obviously current is in this direction. Okay, positive charge is moving in this direction, current will be in this direction. At the same time, if we will take the L vector, then L vector should be in the direction of I. Now, then I also we have to take here. So I we have to take here. So if we take I here, if we curl the finger in this direction, then we will get the force direction same, inward only. But if I take B cross L, if you take B cross L, then the force direction will be outward. So that's why we have taken the F equal to L cross, right? So that is why we write F equal to I L cross B, right? So now let us take some examples so that we can have an idea of the direction. Okay. Let's take a wire here. Wire is here, I current is going here, and theta, this is the direction of the magnetic field. This is the current I. So where will be the direction of the force? Keep your palm in the direction of the current and curl your finger in the direction of the force. So where you will get the force? Force will be inward here. So this is force. Mind it guys, whenever you see any two vectors I and B, so force will be obviously perpendicular to the I and B also. So you should understand, if these both are in same plane, this plane, so obviously force will be either outward, either inward, because they are in this plane. Let's take one more example so that it will be clear. This is the magnetic field and the current is in this direction. Let's say the current is in this direction. Okay, this is I. So where will be the direction of the force? How will it reach? See, just see, it is going into the plane. See, it is going into the plane. Okay, and where is the direction of the current? Current direction is this. Okay, this is going into the plane and it is the current direction like this. See, this is current, this is the magnetic field. Black marker is the magnetic field and blue marker is what? The current. Yes, if you keep your palm on the current and curl your finger in the direction of the field, then you will get the force in this direction. It is obvious because this current and magnetic field are in this plane like this. So obviously force will be either this side or force will be either this side, right? So we can say the force on this particular wire will be on this side. Okay guys, see, we can judge this by the Fleming left hand rule also. What is the Fleming left hand rule? See, this is my left hand. Okay, if I make my finger like this, if I position my finger like this, that the index finger shows the B means magnetic field, the thumb shows the force, and this middle finger shows the current. So this thumb will show force and this index finger will show the B means the field, and this will show the current. So FBI, you can remember like this, FBI. Okay, so if you take thumb, if you take index finger, and if you take the middle finger, so this is thumb, this is what, left hand, and this is Fleming left hand rule. Okay, so this will be the thumb and it will show the force. This is index finger and will show what? B means what? Magnetic field. And here it will be I means middle finger. It will show what? It will show the current. Okay guys, see, let's check here. So your B, the index finger will show the field, and this middle finger should show the I means current, and this thumb will show the force. Where is the B? So let's put out your finger in the direction of the magnetic field. This is the magnetic field, right? Yes. This is the magnetic field. Yes guys. Now where is the current guys? See, this is the current direction. So where will be the force direction? This side. Okay. Let's take one more example so that you can understand. Let us the B is here. The B is coming out of the plane, outward. Okay. See, these are the two symbols. If I make the symbol like this, it means it is inward. If I make the symbol like this, it means outward. Right? Okay. So finger, and let's say the current is like this. So let's find out where will be the force. So mark your finger B in the direction of the, mark your index finger in the direction of the field. Mark your middle finger in the direction of the current. Then thumb will show the direction of the force. So where is the B? B is coming outward, right, like this. Okay, B is coming outward like this. And show your middle finger in the direction of the current. So current is here. So it is coming like this outward, and the current is like this. See, B is coming out and the current is going downward. So where will be the force? I think force will be in this direction like this. Force will be in this direction. This is the force. See, if you find out with the right hand thumb rule, this is the magnetic field coming outward, and this is the current. Okay, this is the current. Keep your palm in the direction of the current, curl your finger in the direction of the field, and you will get the force like this. Right? I hope it is clear now, guys. So that's it for today, guys. In next video we will see the different examples of the current carrying wires. If the current is going like this, so what will be the force on that particular wire? So okay guys, we'll meet in the next video. Thank you.